Bueller.
N3 Radio in the mix.
It's time for Get Up Stand Up with the best in reggae music of the past and the present. So join Robert, starting now.
Good evening, and tonight we have Muta Baruka, his live concert in LA in 1985, and the album History Unfolds. Keep it tuned right here to N3 Radio. You're listening to Get Up Stand Up, the best in reggae music.
Take it no longer. Oppression till I govern Africa. We can't take it no longer. Apartheid still exists in Africa, but we're Afro-free South Africa. We're Afro-free Namibia. We're Afro-star rule with destiny by any means necessary. Yes, we're Afro-free Africa. Even if we use little obeah, and if the obeah won't do, we might have to use little voodoo. But Africa must free by any means necessary. Whether it's guns, bombs, the elements of creation, we go rage a war to free the nation. The IMF have a plan. I use them money for control we land, and leaders of the state I just a grab them a swallow the bait. Afro-free South Africa. We're Afro-free Namibia. We're Afro-star rule with destiny by any means necessary. Yes, we're Afro-free Africa. Even if we use little obeah, and if the obeah won't do, we might have to use little voodoo. Now listen to this reality. Big nations are fighting away. Say them want to set we free. But this is just a strategy. Cause little more back in slavery. If a earthquake, lightning, sound of thunder, we are gonna chase apartheid, cast it asunder. But we're Afro-free South Africa. We're Afro-free Namibia. We're Afro-star rule with destiny by any means necessary. Yes, we're Afro-free Africa. We're Afro-free Namibia. We're Afro-star rule with destiny by any means necessary. The system is a fraud. I said the system is a graveyard. And if you walk downtown at night, you feel it for fuss and fight. And if you walk uptown, the people them frown. The system is a fraud. Some of them reach half a tree. Them start to fret already. What a day when the pendulum swing. What a day when the well run dry. And the children ask you why. And the people them a ball and sit and just a call. It's either you do or die. I said the system is a fraud. And you listen to the news and you get confused and you watch TV. The same thing. What a day when the dry. And the pit and the meat, we all live in it. The game is the same. Who is to blame? The system. The system. The system is a fraud. I said the system. The system. The system is a grave. Meanwhile, uptown the DJ play. All this but good as I say. A belly full but we hungry. A rain a fall but we dirty tough. A pot a cook but the food no. Them a dance to the rhythm of the sufferer. Them a dance to forget. Them a dance with no friends. And them a sing, man. What a day when the pendulum swing. What a day when the well run dry. And the children ask you why. And the people them a ball. Sit and just a call. It's either you do or die. I said the system is a fraud. And you listen the news and you get confused. You watch TV, the same thing. What a day when the pendulum swing. What a day when the well run dry. And the pit and the meat, we all live in it. The game is the same. Who is to blame? The system. The system. The system is a fraud. I said the system. The system. The system is a grave. Me say check it. Me say check it. Me say check it. We can't take it. If South Africa no free, neither will we. Me say check it. Me say check it. Me say check it. We can't take it. Them teach you history like it's a mystery. We have to find time to check out we mind. Check it. Me say check it. Me say check it. We can't take it. So much things are happening in a world, and you're there about your disco with girl. Children are suffer in Africa and Asia. Me say check it. Me say check it. Me say check it. We can't take it. Atlanta killing, depper mine. Killing children and dumping them like swine. Test tube, babe, them a make no. Soon woman can breed and have cow. Me say check it. Me say check it. Me say check it. We can't take it. Now them make weapon that spear building and kill man. If them could, you know them would. Try to get rid of the creator later. Me say check it. Me say check it. Me say check it. We can't take it. And some still a look for God in the sky. Preachers still a preach the same old lie. And if you think it's funny, start check money. Me say check it. Me say check it. Me say check it. We can't take it. And none of the P can set you free. Politics and religion causing more division. You have to find time to check out your mind. Check it. Me say check it. Me say check it. We can't take it. This a thing preach so much time. Yet them a commit the same old crime. Me say check it. Me say check it. Me say check it. We can't take it. Check it. Me say check it. Me say check it. We can't take it. Yes. Yeah. We want to say greetings to the people them in wheresoever we is. I don't remember where we is. I think it's LA, but them say this is not LA, it's Santa Monica, and them say it's not Santa. I don't know where it is, but greetings to the people them that is in here. Yes. Every time I hear the sound, the sound, the sound, the sound. Every time I hear the sound, every time I hear the sound, every time I hear the sound, the sound, the sound. sound that is not my name. Mr. Brown, Mr. White, that no right, Lord. And every time I hear the sound, 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 the sound, the sound, the sound. I in a dance, I jump and I prance, rocking every dub instead of the dance all cock and the gun start back. And every time I hear the sound, 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 the sound, the sound, the sound. The reign of fear dominates the world. The victims of today and tomorrow tremble for the future and think to strengthen their position by flattering those whom they fear. International morality has disappeared. The Russian and the American, all of them have a plan how to free other nations. Man, what a confusion. Lord, and every time I hear the sound, 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 the sound, the sound, the sound. Them say run, don't walk. Shut your mouth, don't talk. Them say comb your head, nasty dread. Them say drum and bass no have no taste. Listen to this one. Them say disco beat sound more sweet. Lord, and every time I hear the sound, 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 the sound, the sound, the sound. Listen. Yeah. 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 Yeah, well, by now, after 2 years, everybody's supposed to know that Iman is not a singer. You know? You know that some people can sing and some people love to talk. But we don't want, when we talk, people say we sound political or religious. Because we're not none of them. Because we're not dealing with neither politics nor religion. But some things is relevant to some things in this time. Now, every war that is being fought in the world right now, America is involved in every one of them. It's a serious thing. Well, now, when we go into the Bible, clear down in the Old Testament, we see that there was a man named Abraham who had 2 sons. One named Isaac and one named Ishmael. Well, Isaac had a son named Jacob who was known as Israel. And Israel had 12 sons. Well, Ishmael went into the wilderness with his mother. And they also had 12 princes. And out of that came the Arabs and the Israeli. Well, we know that there's a war that is being fought right now in the so-called Middle East. Because what they do right now, you see, when I was a youth, I used to know Egypt. but I never know where it was. I used to hear about the great Sphinx and the pharaohs and things, and I still couldn't conceive that Egypt was in Africa. Well, we come to understand that Egypt is in Africa. But what they do now, true, them don't want to give credit where credit is due. Them say it is in the Middle East. So, we still don't know where Egypt is. But make we settle with that. Egypt is in the Middle East. I don't know which part of the East is in the middle still. But it's going to work that way. Well, right now, them having a war right now that them fighting over land that is not none of them own. Because according to the book I read, it's the land of Canaan. And Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done. And he said, cursed be Canaan, blessed be Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. Now the Israeli and the Arab man fighting for Canaan land. According to the book I read, Canaan is from Ham's seed. Ham's sons got a portion of land. Now where the hell is Canaan portion? Abraham had two sons in history. They say it's the Arab and Israeli. Two brothers fighting to control the land of Canaan. The land of Canaan. Esau, yes, Jacob, give me your rights and take my cup. Check the facts and you will see Canaan was sold into slavery. Disappeared from the pages of time because of his father's crime. Now the Israeli and the Arab man both fighting in a foreign land. The land of Canaan. The land of Canaan. A land that flowed with milk and honey, now drenched with blood and bodies. Killings here, killings there. Leaders, beware. Jerusalem, the city of the great king. Tears and sorrow, today she bring, and now shall the mighty fall. Like a woman in labor, the land shall call. Enough, you're living in time, but some things must be left behind. Fight you must for this piece of land, but remember it belongs to the sons of Ham. Two brothers fighting to control the land of Canaan. The land of Canaan. Now listen this, I tell you true, that the King of Israel have been shown to you. The throne of David shall ever stand to guide and protect the sons of Ham. So fight you must for this piece of land, but remember it belongs to the sons of Ham. Two brothers fighting to control the land of Canaan. The land of Canaan. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when they shall no more say, as the Lord liveth, who brought up the house of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But But as the Lord liveth, who brought up and led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries where he had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. Yeah. Listen to this. Sisters, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. So you're breathing again and him gone with him friend. Lord, when it a go end, yes, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. Some man say, a whore should have dead. But check him out in another man bed. Him sight another thing and forget bout ring. Lord, what a sin thing. Yes, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. You stay at home, him gone go roam. Left the yard, same gone abroad. Many years pass, the love now last. You're breathing once more, another man for sure. Yes, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. Male and female, he made us all. Together we stand, none shall fall. The burden of life, all must wear. The joy of life, all must share. Yes, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. Sisters, have no fear. Some of we brothers, we really do care. To move forward, you have to understand. In this Armageddon, you have to stand strong. Sisters, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. So you're breathing again and him gone with him friend. Lord, when it a go in, yes, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. Some man say a whore should have dead, but check him out in another man bed. Him sight another thing, I forget bout drink. Lord, what a sin thing. Yes, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. Stay at home, him can't go home. Left the yard, same gone abroad. Many years pass, the love now last. You're breathing once more, another man for sure. Yes, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. Male and female, he made us all. Together we stand, none shall fall. The burden of life, all must wear. The joy of life, all must share. Yes, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. Sisters, have no fear. Some of we brothers, we really do care. To move forward, you have to understand. In this Armageddon, you have to stand strong. Yes, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. Sisters, I feel your pain is a shame. Sisters, I feel your pain, some men is to blame. This one is for all the sisters in the ghetto. I woulda love you, woulda squeeze you, woulda really, really please you tonight. I woulda hug you, woulda teach you, woulda really, really squeeze you tonight. But we sit in the park, a hug and a talk. Gunman come, we have to dig up and run. Make we put with the fun till the war really done. Then me love you, hug you, really try to squeeze you tonight. I woulda love you, woulda squeeze you, woulda really, really please you tonight. Miss T in her room, I feed her little one. For her daughter in her next room, I feed for her John. Daughter a breed, makes youth for feed. Make we put with the fun till things take a turn. Then me love you, hug you, really try to squeeze you tonight. I woulda love you, woulda squeeze you, woulda really, really please you tonight. And the roach and the rat take over my flat, and the roof a leak. And when we try it, the youth them take a peek. Make we get a lock and put on the door, and ask the landlord to nail up the floor. Then me love you, hug you, really try to squeeze it tonight. I woulda love you, woulda squeeze you, woulda really, really please you tonight. Now me sell little weed so the youth me can feed. Policeman come and him lick me down. Him put me in a jail without any bail. And when me think by you, guess when me do? I woulda love you, woulda squeeze you, woulda really, really please you tonight. I woulda love you, woulda squeeze you, woulda really, really teach you tonight. No, please, Mr. System, no check send me fool. A long, long time we a play it cool. All your condoms never stop the night. Teach the people the things that right. Come daughter, make we turn off the light. Make me love you, hug you, really try to squeeze you tonight. I woulda love you, woulda squeeze you, woulda really, really please you tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Well, right now, we're going to talk a little. The people, they must know by now, so they must hear talking. You know, say, sometimes people just dance, and them don't even hear one thing you're saying, you know. You have some people, you know, them listen to you the whole night, and them say, "Ray," and them turn to them and say, "What the hell did he say?" That's a serious thing. Yes. I know it's true, especially the white folks in the audience. It's a serious thing. Yeah. Sometimes them listen to you and them, "Ray," and them, what did he really say? You know? But that's why we're going to talk a little, because if we don't talk, we're not going to feel good. Yes, we have to talk. So if you don't want, you're not talking, yeah, a little bit. Right now, there's a famine taking place in Ethiopia. But the strange thing about those famine business now is that it's only in third world countries these things happen. I find it very strange. It's only in third world countries you hear about acts of God. Well, I say that the famine in Ethiopia is not no act of God, it's an act of man. Yes. Man creating disturbance in the atmosphere and its chemical germs and warfare, polluting the earth. Because you know that the earth is like a woman or a mother. And if you don't protect your mother or your woman, she's going to just crumble and tumble by you. Well, that is what is taking place now. Man. That's the funny thing about these acts of God. It happened when these countries try to change them political system. Because we know that it's from in 1974 this famine taking place, you know. Just when Ethiopia changed its political system. We see that in 1976 in Jamaica, a big flood took place in Jamaica when it did appear that Jamaica was going to change its political system. I bet you any money that you're going to hear, there's an act of God in Nicaragua too. That's a serious thing. Because it seems that it's only third world country people wicked, that is only in those places. Even AIDS, them blame on the third world country. What a serious blood clad people. It's a serious thing. Even AIDS. I don't know, I get a joke. I get a joke. You know, say a whole heap of Asians die from AIDS. And them say a whole heap of homosexuals die from AIDS. But listen now. All of those people that die from AIDS, you don't hear about them, you know. But guess what now? Rock odds go have AIDS. And from I come up here, it's pure rock odds the AIDS I hear them talking about. It come like that is the only AIDS that is important to them. Well, we know, say, all of these things that them talk about, it's not no act of God. Because if God create famine in Ethiopia, I wouldn't worship God. Serious thing. I know, say, the creator not so wicked to destroy millions of people for no reason at all. So we blame it on the big superpowers. Well, you see this next poem now. This next poem named Famine Injection. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. A famine injection, radioactive reaction. Atmospheric disturbance everywhere. Third world, you better beware. Radioactivity on the land, killing us by the millions. Now the weak must get strong. To the longest liver, the earth belong. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. A famine injection, radioactive reaction. Growing food to sell to them. What about our children? Industrializing your piece of earth. What is that really worth? Arms build up everywhere. You know, see them no care. Beware, beware, it's a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. Destroying we land with them radioactive reaction. Divide and rule is the game. Act of God themself to blame. But you know see, it's only way. I feel the drought, no food our mouth. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. Destroying we land with them radioactive reaction. We sell to them and buy it back again. A terrible cycle, we in my friend. But call me mad, it's not an act of God. It's a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. A famine injection, radioactive reaction. Star Wars is a reality. Weather mishaps in the galaxies. Temperatures of -degrees. Now everything must freeze. Food aid is the cry. While they sit and misuse the sky. Wake up now, men of I. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. A famine injection, radioactive reaction. Johnny was a singer in Jamaica. Say him want go make it in America. So him check out the embassy and get a visa. Next day Johnny flying on Air Jamaica. Now Johnny left him queen for a New York scene. Start to live the American dream. Johnny was starting to do quite well. Underestimated this a concrete hell. He meet a white thing, settle in a Brooklyn. Little more Johnny was freebasing. Johnny looking better in a New York. End up sipping coke in a Central Park. Now Johnny out of work, him really get broke. Him run out of luck. Poor Johnny. Johnny never want no ganja for puff. Cause him says smoking wasn't enough. So him start check out 42nd Street. Where all the junkies meet to cheat. Yes, Johnny looking better in a New York. End up sipping coke in a Central Park. Now Johnny out of work, him really get broke. Him run out of luck. Poor Johnny. Man for man wasn't really Johnny back, but still yet him end up becoming a fact. Trying to act cool, playing the fool. In a Manhattan, Johnny get rotten. Yes, Johnny looking better in a New York. End up sipping coke in a Central Park. Now Johnny out of work, him really get broke. Him run out of luck. Poor Johnny. It was a cool winter night, the moon never light. And Brooklyn Bridge, who was a crowd, heard the voices saying aloud. Another one lose him sanity, give away him pride and dignity. Trying to act cool, playing the fool. Johnny looking better in a New York. End up sipping coke in a Central Park. Now Johnny out of work, him really get rough. Him run out of luck. Poor Johnny. New York, end up sniffing coke in a Central Park. Now Johnny out of work, him really get broke. Him run out of luck. Poor Johnny. talk about this, we're not going to feel good. Because this is the most pressing problem in the world right now. Yes. Apartheid. Yes. That wicked system in this 20th century, and man is going to the moon and man is finding cure for all disease. Him can't find a cure for apartheid. Apartheid, a wicked system that hold a lot of people under subjection to a lot of people. And when we hear about hostages, we wonder because right now 4 million people is holding 20-odd million people hostages in them own country right now. Yes. That is what you call hurt jack. That is no hijack. 26 million people is being held hostage in them own country. Yet still the world stands still. The world stands still in this modern age of science and technology. Yes. Right now we see Canada, America especially, England, Germany, and even Japan. Because we know that in the 1940s, Japan feel a bomb. And this time, they come like them don't even remember what happened. Because them holding the same line and doing the same things that these big nations is doing now, supporting that wicked regime known as apartheid. And we know that the people them in America here can do something about it. Yes, they can do something about it. We don't have to go to South Africa to do anything because we have the power in our own hands to change anything. Yes. I want the people them remember that. Because when we listen to the news, from I come up here, 2 weeks now I am here, all I can hear is how much people is dying in South Africa because of a state of emergency. And big countries sit and talk about them though them can't do anything about it. Well, it's left up to the people then because we know that even in the famine that is taking place in Ethiopia, no government help anything up to now. It's pure individual people is doing a lot of things. You know, no government has put out any money or any big grant or anything to aid those people. It's individual people that see it fit. Well, we want individual people to see it fit now and ask American government to invade South Africa because they have been invading everywhere else. Yes. Even little Grenada. Grenada is not even big like LA. Serious thing, Grenada not big like LA. And big America invade Grenada, say them helping government. Well, we say right now, if the people them don't understand, if South Africa don't free, whether you're black or you're white, none of us will be free. It's a serious thing. Well, listen to this next poem now, without any apology. This poem is for all the people that is our oppressing, suppressing, and depressing our black brothers and sisters in South Africa. It is called Free Up the Land.
So free up the land, white man. Free the Namibians. Me nah go compromise with no more lies. You left your land, run the Indian. Call yourself American. Now you're in a family land. I call yourself South African. Free up the land, white man. Free all Africans. I said to free up the land, white man. Free the Namibians. Call yourself wise because you industrialize. The materials you use is from the people you abuse. But we still call your friend. But now it seems like the friendship will go end. Free up the land, white man. Free all Africans. I said to free up the land, white man. Free the Namibian. Now the proverb goes, only who knows. Better the foul come see the dark dead, than the dark come see
in them hand. But on their ships were big cannons with Bible and cannon. Them set up a plan, control we land. Ship us beyond, free up the land, white man. Free all Africans. I said to free up the land, white man. Free the Namibians. I said to free up the land, white man. Free the blacks in England. I said to free up the land, white man. Free the Caribbean. I said to free the Nicaraguans. I said to free the El Salvadorians. I said to free up the land, white man. Free all nations. I said to free all nations. What? They will invade South Africa again. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. Just when we check the oppression a go end, them a kill South Africans again. And thousands die and we ask ourselves why. Nation still a buy the diamond and the gold, the rubies and the coal. Them a uphold apartheid system. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. The Japanese have them car expansion. The Arab have them oil weapon. The American have them neutron bomb. Black man too humanitarian. Just when we check say America, our friend, them a kill South Africans again. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. Them sign paper day after day, but yet the peace, them still delay. No more talks for freeman and rights. African people, get up and fight. Arise, black people, stop playing the fool. Hundreds of years of colonial rule. Just when we check the oppression and go in, them a kill South Africans again. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. And when the sun sets, them say the day done. But beware, beware, another day come and the tables are go turn. Just when we check the oppression a go end, them a kill South Africans again. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. If you have no confidence in self, you're twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence you have won even before you have started. Just when we check the oppression a go end, them a kill South Africans again. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. Them a kill South Africans again, my friend. Them a kill South Africans again. Walk streets paved with blood, mud, mixed with sweat and tears, years of dreams to materialize. Wise man seeking new plan, upsetting Babylon. Gone above Babylon infinity. New martyrs found in the city. Babylon can't see. Free eye, Rastafari. Herb smell, tell. Linking man to one. Why cry? Bring down from sky, God to die. A big samphire lie. Data of culture, a vulture. Taking to turn, yearn for truth, root, look cute, on you. Coming back to wash, must crash now. How? Educate to emancipate. Talk of freedom. Some will come togetherness. Yes, we have to leave west, east, west, unite and sight. Jalite, it right, mighty might. Hard cry, hard cry. To walk the streets paved with blood, mud, mixed with sweat and tears, the years of dreams to materialize. Wise man seeking new plan, upsetting Babylon. Gone above Babylon infinity. New martyrs found in the city. Pity. Babylon can't see. Free eye, Rastafari. Herb smell, tell. Linking man to one. Why cry? Bring down from sky, God to die. A big samphire lie. Data of culture, vulture. Taking to turn, yearn for truth, root, look cute, and you. Coming back to watch, must crash now. How? Educate to emancipate. Talk of freedom. Some will come togetherness. Yes, we have to leave west, east, west, unite and sight. Jalite, it right, mighty might. Hard cry, hard cry. Rastafari, hard cry. Rastafari, hard cry, hard cry.
Mutabaruka and the High Times Players. Let them hear it. Louder. Mutabaruka. Aine Kamosi. Mutabaruka. And a band that is about to change its name. This is one of the last nights you will ever see the High Times Players. From now on, they want you to know that they are going to be known as Sound of Resistance. Mutabaruka and Sound of Resistance. Same personnel you saw on this stage tonight. When they come back, they want you to know that. Mutabaruka t-shirts, Aine Kamosi t-shirts, Outcry on cassette, probably some copies of Check It, all available over in the corner. You'll hear some of this on the show Sunday on our 300th broadcast. Please drive home safely. Tomorrow night, another show with Aine Kamosi and Muta. Ja love, everyone. Thanks for coming to the Music Machine.
Why? You know, so we couldn't go and left the people them like that at all. Why? You know what I mean, eh? Yes. As I was saying before, some people say, Ray, and them don't understand one thing that we say. Because them think that we talk a different language. But you see, we know, we don't really speak a different language. It's just that we come from the Caribbean. And you have the French, the Spaniards, the English. They came and colonized the Caribbean and brought slaves into the Caribbean. So the slaves them try to talk like everybody. So that is how it come out like this. But I can understand everything that you say. Remember that. Well, I know that I don't really want to keep up the people them time. But if the people them would allow me, we're going to say some of the poems without music. You know? Because sometimes the words get lost in the music. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. A famine injection, radioactive reaction. Atmospheric disturbance everywhere. Third world, you better beware. Radioactivity on the land, killing us by the millions. Now the weak must get strong. To the longest liver, the earth belong. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. Destroying we land with them radioactive reaction. Growing food to sell to them. What about our children? Industrializing your piece of earth. What is that really worth? Arms build up everywhere. You no see them no care. Beware, beware. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. A famine injection, radioactive reaction. Divide and rule is the game. Act of God themself blame. But you no see, is only way. I feel the drought, no food that we mouth. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. Destroying we land with them radioactive reaction. We sell to them and buy it back again. A terrible cycle we in my friend. But call me mad, it's not an act of God. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. A famine injection, radioactive reaction. Star Wars is a reality. Weather mishaps in the galaxies, temperatures of -degrees. Now everything must freeze. Food aid is the cry, while they sit and misuse the sky. Wake up now, men of I. Yeah. You ask me if I have ever been to prison. Been to prison? Your world of murderers and thieves, of hatred and jealousy, of death. And you ask me if I have ever been to prison. I answer, yes, I am still there trying to escape. know. This one is the boom. We say boom, but it's really bomb. Yeah, this one is the bomb. I am just a voice. Listen carefully, and you will hear yourself. Finish it. That one surprised you. Yeah. You ask me if I have ever been to prison. Been to prison? Your world of murderers and thieves, of hatred and jealousy, of death. And you ask me if I have ever been to prison. I answer, yes. I am still there trying to escape. No, don't ask me why I say it again. Please. Here I stand, reading you my poem. In my poem, you see many things, including nothing. In your mind, I see you having an orgasm trying to put my poem together. Here I stand, waiting for you to realize that I can write nothing for you to think on. There is everything already in my poem that is in your mind. Now the funniest thing about my musician them is that whenever I do this, them get jealous. Them get jealous that if I call them back, them don't want to come back. But that's why I call them back. Come in, musicians. Musicians, come in. It's a serious thing. But one night, the people them, I was reading the poem them, and the people them say, them want to hear more poetry. And would you believe it? My lead guitarist nearly crucified me. Yes, it's a serious thing, because I'm saying, boy, it come like a me want to do the show them. But music is the staff of life. Yes. Come in, you see what I mean? Him don't reach by the stage yet, a blood clot. Come in, musician. And when them stand up behind me, them don't like hear too much talking because them get bored. Yeah, as I was saying that it's in Jamaica now, them call what we talk patois. Because it sounds different. Jealousy that, you know, jealousy that. Lord. Jealousy that. Yeah, them call what we do patois because it sounds mixed up and confusing. Well, you ever saying in Jamaica, it say, we nah give up. It really means we are not going to give up. That is what it means. We are not going to give up. Life not easy in the city is a pity. Life not easy in the city is a pity. But we not give up. Me say we not give up. Me say we not give up. Me say we not give up. Politics hot, what that? Gunshot. Anti-cousin lay flat. But we not give up. Me say we not give up. Me say we not give up. Me say we not give up. Brother left hills to go check out the town. Soon we hear gunman shot him down. But brother, don't give up. Brother, we not give up. Brother, we mustn't give up. Brother, we not give up. Sister left country to go look like work. don't give up. Sister, we nah give up. Sister, we mustn't give up. Sister, we nah give up. Daddy gang go hustle a little bread. Soon we hear gunman shot him dead. But daddy don't give up. Daddy, we nah give up. Daddy, we mustn't give up. Daddy, we nah give up. Mother stay yard for what sister Jill. Soon we hear Jill forget our bill. But mother don't give up. Mother, we nah give up. Mother, we mustn't give up. Mother, we nah give up. Right now, you see if the people them feel it. I want to hear the people them say them nah give up. Me say, me say, me say, me say, right now. Stop the talking, man. You see if the sister them feel it. I want the sister them say them nah give up. Sisters. Why come like the sisters them give up? I wonder if it's the man them cause it. Brothers in the audience. You see if the brothers feel it and love the sister them, I want you tell the sister beside you, say you nah give up. Wanna not like the sister them? Oh, it's the music when I wait for him. Bread away. Bread away. Win. Bread away. Alright, you think we should give the sister them a next chance? Why me love woman is a shame. Me have to give woman a next chance. You know? Yeah. Woman is the backbone of the world. Yeah. You ready? We now wait for the music again. Sisters. Sisters. Sisters.
No, give up.
People will not give up. People will not give up. People will not give up. People will not give up. People for what it's worth. Take your face from out of the dirt. Start demanding yours on earth. And don't give up. People will not give up. People will not give up. People we mustn't give up. People we not give up. People we mustn't give up. People we not give up. People we mustn't give up.
more time for Muta Baruka and the High Times Players at the Music Machine. LA loves you. One more giant roar for Muta and the High Times Players. Hey, Asher, at the end of that last set, you told me to close up and go home. You said it was all over. Can we go home now, Asher? Yeah. Asher says we can go home now. Drive safely. Ja love, everyone.
I was sitting by myself one day, wondering what the leaders would have said if God come from earth right away. Now listen, God, I have a plan. Postpone judgment day and just discover a new weapon. Give us more time, you know see, we just learn how to make test tube, baby. Yes, them leaders would have really catch hell. All of them with a story to tell. Soldiers to keep the peace. We the KGB and the CIA have a plan. How to set things in the Caribbean. I mean, check any Grenadian about them present situation. And like how the poor can't take no more, we not give them no more for sure. Yes, them leaders really in a mess. Them salvation getting less and less. Things like drought and famine, no bother we again. Are your fault that God, are you control the rain? But if no rain no fall in the next 7 years, we have enough mothers with lot of tears. God, everything is alright so far, but still I try figure how you make the star. Yes, them leaders would have really catch hell. All of them with a story to tell. Yes, God, we really would like to see how you blow life in a way. And another thing would make things right. Please, God, tell me how to stop the night. Yes, them leaders really in a mess. Them salvation getting less and less. dubbing, 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 dubbing. The people them are dub in the streets. Dubbing, 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 dubbing. Even uptown as young to the beat. Hey officer, nobody make up your face. Listen to the rhythm of the drum and the bass. Put away your gun, make we have some fun. Make we dubbing, 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 dubbing. The people them are dub in the street. Dubbing, 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 dubbing. Even police are young to the beat. Listen to what the DJ say. Reggae music, they have to stay. When it play on the radio, watch granny just a wiggle her toe. Make we dubbing, 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 dubbing. The people them are dub in the streets. Dubbing, 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 dubbing. Even passing I use this a beat. And the bitterness in our mouth, the music bring it out. The frustration we feel, only the dub can heal. And we smile for a while, yes? Dubbing, 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 dubbing. The people them are dub in the streets. Dubbing, 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 dubbing. Politicians are use it for cheat. Some people are living a fear. This a music, them no like here. Miss a big man, you better beware. This ya dub, just no care. Come make we dubbing, 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 dubbing. The people them are dub in the street. Dubbing, 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 dubbing. Oppressor man, move your feet. I said dubbing, 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 dubbing. The people them are dub in the street. Dubbing, 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 dubbing. Oppressor man, move your feet. A dubbing, dubbing, a dubbing, dubbing. The people them are dub in the street. Dubbing, 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 dubbing. Politicians, move your feet. Revolutionary words have become entertainment. Revolutionaries babbling out angry words about changes we need, the system greed, while they take it for a joke, sniffing on coke. Revolutionary words being digested with bubblegums, popcorns, ice cream in tall intercontinental buildings. Revolutionary words have become entertainment. Oppressors talking about oppressors, oppressing the oppressors. Where are the oppressed? Revolutionaries sipping coffee and tea, explaining what it's like to be downtown, around town, dancing to the disco, getting low, not knowing where to go, while the Salvation Army is still leading the revolution. Revolutionary words have become entertainment. Revolutionaries revolting against change that's taking place in their heads. While Grenada change, Ethiopia change, Nicaragua change, the dollar change, the revolution is changing Namibia. Let us shout about that. Yes, revolutionary words have become entertainment. Lipsticking, afro not doing, dreadlock attack, no turning back. Revolutionaries have all gone to the art centers to watch the suffering of the people being dramatized by the oppressors in their revolutionary words. Revolutionary words have become entertainment. Grenada change, Ethiopia change, Nicaragua change, the dollar change, the revolution is changing. Changing Namibia. Let us shout about that. So you just find out about the reality over there. Left yard say you want to run away. Now you ball, you want to come back. Better come quick before the door them lock. But your passport not up to date, so you have to wait. See, you grab the bait. This is the dream you wanted to wear. Now it turning a nightmare. There in the slums, you sit and wonder if the news is true or it's just propaganda. With your Jamaican body and your foreign mind, standing in the welfare line, trying to get everything you can get. Never know you could have cool and sweat, but you left thinking you'd have better day. But things no better, better way. Your visa expire, you have it on liar. You're so bold, sweating in the cold. You are so bold, sweating in the cold. Bet you never know things was like this in the land of opportunity and bliss. Bet you never know, say, sufferation there everywhere. But you left thinking you'd have better day. But things no better, better way. Now you think of the land you left behind. Quicksand pulling your cart in the grime. In the land of opportunity and bliss. Doing funny things just to exist. Trying to get a piece of the pie. Living in dear illusion and lie. You're so bold, sweating in the cold. You are so bold, sweating in the cold. But you left thinking you'd have better day. But things no better, better way. Now your visa expire. See, you have to turn liar. You are so bold, sweating in the cold. Me say you're so bold, sweating in the cold. Bet you never know, say, sufferation there everywhere. But you left thinking you'd a better day. But it's no better, better way. See, your visa expire. Now you have to turn liar. Me say you're so bold, sweating in the cold. You are so bold, sweating in the cold. You are so bold, sweating in the cold. Great Britain, you can't see that your domination is history. Your greatness cease, your colonies decrease. The seed you sow get rotten. Now you have to start, use them button in a London, in a Birmingham, in a Brixton. The subjects now take no more. This your cut no have no cure for sure. Them a go broke down your door. The sound gone out, riots all about. Now your subjects' time has come. No more slaves in the sun. You open whole cut, now the cut buzz. And no blood a run, a pause. Her Majesty's subjects on the rampage. Them broke out of them cage. Now you can't hide, them already inside. Now you call for peace and calm, but it's all of it the youth them want. You open whole cut, now the cut bust. And no blood a run, a pause. Prime Ministress, beware. Your subjects no care. Jolly old England in a mess. Bobbies and bicycles put to the test. How many youths you think you can arrest? In a London, in a Birmingham, in a Brixton. Things get rough, youths now bluff. Better get some more and cuff. 2 decades is a very long time. Banana boats on the decline. Your cup of tea is getting cool. Your greatness is growing old. No more stories to be told. Yes, the youths them come of age. Now them turning a new page. You open old cut, now the cut bust. And a blood a run, a pause. Big man, bolt the door. Youths in England a go riot some more. In a London, in a Birmingham, in a Brixton, in a Liverpool. You think I saw it a go-go. All the while, you use it every day until we free and things we get well, but we still in a hell. We a go burn down Babylon. 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 You think I saw it a go-go all the while? Year after year, we live in a fear. The youth them can't get no work. Them a turn to garbage truck while you build up your mansion. I have a plantation, but me a feel slave. Me no know how to be here. Burn down Babylon. We a go burn down Babylon. Burn down Babylon. We a go burn down Babylon. You think I saw it a go all the while? You get the youth hope while you pray to the poor to give you more time to commit more crime. But the same youth you do, I got take it for joke and start a flame. Not even you can tame him. I go burn down Babylon. We a go burn down Babylon. Burn down Babylon. We a go burn down Babylon. You think I saw it a go all the while? That we a go run every time you find your gun and shoot one away carelessly. One of them night when you think things alright, when you get your desire, your house a go get a fire. Burn down Babylon. We a go burn down Babylon. Burn down Babylon. We a go burn down Babylon. Well, me no think I saw it a go all the while. Youth a go rise and realize that the time is now. Babylon must bow, things must turn, fire must burn, our freedom must come. Burn down Babylon. We a go burn down Babylon. Burn down Babylon. We a go burn down Babylon. Burn down Babylon. We a go burn down Babylon. Around the world he goes. Like a singer with his band, he performs on many shows. Around the world he goes. What is he up to? Only Jah children knows. The time is coming, this is no lie, that the good man may have to die, refusing to attend that great feast, nor have on his forehead the mark of the beast. Rich and poor shall adore him so much, from the prophecy they shall be out of touch, forgetting what it did say about those who are marked in the latter day.
If any is to be taken captive, to captive he must go. If any kills with the sword he must be killed.
So it is said, so shall it be done. The swords today is likened to the gun. He shall make no war of himself, but shall give the power to someone else. Now this was written in history, that the beast is a man, no longer mystery. And when the earth shall reach great crisis, the man shall be known by the number 666. Here you are, in great buildings you sit, worshipping, not knowing whom with. He stands on his pulpit, pulping out your mind, drinking blood, calling it wine. From cities to cities, he stand and speak, marking his mark on the helpless and weak. Now take care, lest this mark you wear. Take care, lest in his deeds you share.
If any is to be taken captive, to captive he must go. If any kills with the sword he must be killed.
The beast is a man, you must understand. It is written in the book of Revelation. Now let him who have ears to hear beware. The mark of the beast is dear, you see. This mark is no longer a mystery. Open your eyes, no more sleeping in bed. In your mind to make love with the dead. Around the world he goes. Like a singer with his band, he performs on many shows. Around the world he goes. What is he up to? Only Jah children know. This poem shall speak of the wretched sea that washed ships to these shores, of mothers crying for their young swallowed up by the sea. This poem shall say nothing new. This poem shall speak of time, time unlimited, time undefined. This poem shall call names, names like Lumumba, Kenyatta, Nkrumah, Hannibal, Akhenaton, Malcolm, Garvey, Haile Selassie. This poem is vexed about apartheid, racism, fascism, the Ku Klux Klan, riots in Brixton, Atlanta, Jim Jones. This poem is revolting against first world, second world, third world, division, man-made decision. This poem is like all the rest. This poem will not be amongst great literary works, will not be recited by poetry enthusiasts. It will not be quoted by politicians or men of religions. This poem is knives, bombs, guns, blood, fire, blazing for freedom. Yes, this poem is a drum. Ashanti, Ma, Igbo, Yoruba, Nyabingi warriors, Yohuro, Namibia, Yohuro Soweto, Yohuro Africa. This poem will not change things. This poem need to be changed. This poem is a rebirth of a people, a rising, awakening, understanding. This poem speaks, is speaking, have spoken. This poem shall continue even when poets have stopped writing. This poem shall survive, you, me. It shall linger in history, in your mind, in time, forever. This poem is time, only time will tell. This poem is still not written. This poem has no poet. This poem is just a part of the story. His story, her story, our story. The story is still untold. This poem is now ringing, talking, irritating, making you want to stop it. But this poem will not stop. This poem is long, cannot be short. This poem cannot be tamed, cannot be blamed. The story is still not told about this poem. This poem is old, new. This poem was copied from the Bible, your prayer book, Playboy magazines, the New York Times, Reader's Digest, the CIA files, the KGB files. This poem is no secret. This poem shall be called boring, stupid, senseless. This poem is watching you trying to make sense from this poem. This poem is messing up your brains, making you want to stop listening to this poem. But you shall not stop listening this poem. You need to know what will be said next in this poem. This poem shall disappoint you because this poem is to be continued in your mind, 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 in your mind. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. Destroying we land with them radioactive reaction. Atmospheric disturbance everywhere. Third world, you better beware. Radioactivity on the land, killing us by the millions. Now the weak must get strong. To the longest liver, the earth belong. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. A famine injection, radioactive reaction. Growing food to sell to them. What about our children? Industrializing your piece of earth. What is that really worth? Arms build up everywhere. You know see them no care. Beware is a plan is a plan, yes a plan. Destroying we land with them radioactive reaction. Divide and rule is the game. Act of God themself blame. But you know see, it's only way. I feel a drought, no food our mouth. Is a plan is a plan, yes a plan. A famine injection, radioactive reaction. We sell to them and buy it back again. A terrible cycle, we're in on my friend. But call me mad, not an act of God. Is a plan, is a plan, yes a plan. A famine injection, radioactive reaction. Star Wars is a reality. Whether mishaps in the galaxies, temperatures of -degrees. Now everything must freeze. Food aid is the cry, while they sit and misuse the sky. Wake up now, men of I. Is a plan is a plan, yes a plan. A famine injection, radioactive reaction. I look and see the symbol of your justice and equality, standing tall with your torch of flames. Now I ask, what is your aims? You invade Grenada, you invade Nicaragua, you bomb Hiroshima, you bomb Philadelphia, but the eyes of liberty is watching you to see what next you will do. The eyes of liberty is watching you. Your liberty and justice is only for a few. Of your nation is forced to live on a reservation. Now I see you in my land, making all kinds of plan. spending billions of dollars every year to keep us all living in fear. Economical pressure is your game. Liberty reaching with a torch of flame. Yes, the eyes of liberty is watching you. To yourself, you must be true. The eyes of justice is crying out. What is your democracy all about? Talk of invading Libya, no talk of invading South Africa. But you invade the Sandinista government, using Jamaica as your Caribbean investment, and the Palestinians are your biggest resentment. Terrorism is the order of the day. I say, where will the children play? You invade Grenada, you invade Nicaragua, you bomb Hiroshima, you bomb Philadelphia. You're the symbol of true justice and equality. Stand erect for all to see, making plans for the Asians, helping to keep down the black Americans. But the eyes of liberty is watching you, watching all the things you do. The eyes of liberty is watching you. To yourself, you must be true.
Philosophies trying to save my day, walking on gravel, things stay same way. Hey, 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 hey. Oh.
So I take a trip to a foreign land, hoping they might just have a plan. They had a plan, no solution, more confusion.
They were walking on gravel, just like me. Everyone's trying to be free. Walking on gravel, just like me. Everyone's trying to be free. Oh, oh, oh.
Looking on the childhood I once knew, wondering why my dreams never came true. Thinking on the good things when I die, trying to get my piece of the pie. But I was
walking on gravel in those times. Politicians and priests, they're committing more crimes. Walking on gravel in those times. Politicians and priests, they're committing more crimes. Hey, 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 hey. Oh.
So I walked this road, hoping to find what is this confusion in my time. The quest to know when, where and why. The quest to separate truth from lie. Frustration, disillusion, cover my track. But this is no time for turning back. With my bare feet on the ground, walking on gravel, I know where I'm bound. So I take a look, what do I see? Rich and poor in agony, waiting on that judgment day, hoping there will be a delay.
Walking on gravel, road is long. Walking, walking, you have to be strong. Walking on gravel, the road is long. Walking, walking, you'll have to be strong.
always returning to the same ground. 360 degrees if you please. The road had neither start nor not even a bend. So I stopped to look in the great book. Now you may ask, what did I see? What was the solution to this mystery? After going round and around all this time, I found that the confusion was in my mind. This mystery is there. You can see the truth lives within you and me. This mystery is there. You can see the truth lives within you and me. Walking on gravel, just like me. Everyone's trying to be free. Ideologies, philosophies, trying to save my day.
That's going to do it for this edition of Get Up, Stand Up here on N3 Radio. Stay tuned for The Danger Zone after a couple songs of filler fodder coming up next here on N3 Radio. Have a good night.
N3 Radio is a non-profit teaching platform for non-professionals. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, professional use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
We'll turn to Perky'sPaperbacks.com for the best in... What do they have? Hey, how do you like reading a book? You know, an actual book. We'll turn to Perky'sPaperbacks.com. Perky paperback. How do you like sitting back and reading an actual book? You know, feeling the... It's getting a little awkward with the whole feeling with the thumb and the finger, you know? Still like the feeling of turning a page with your... Why don't you turn to Perky'sPaperbacks.com? It's just not working. It isn't. It really isn't. Stop. Read a book. No, that doesn't work, does it? You know, when you could actually turn the pages with and feel I hate this. I hate this so much. I've done so many takes. I hate this. Old sci-fi, mystery, western, and other specialty paperback books, and you can find all of them once again at Perky'sPaperbacks.com to find the old stuff that nobody reads anymore. That's stupid. Wow, let me try again. Hey, do you like sitting back and reading an old paperback book? Well, turn to Perky'sPaperbacks.com for the old sci-fi, mystery, western, and other specialty paperback books at Perky'sPaperbacks.com, a special sponsor of N3 Radio and at N3Radio.com. Yes! Are we clear? We're good? Yes! Yeah, it only took less than 20. Less than 20 takes is always good.
Hey, Red! What did you say to him?
I told him his wife was a dyke.
No! Yeah!
N3 Radio in the mix.